We weren't planning on adopting 3 kids at once, but that's exactly what happened. When we walked into that foster care meeting and saw them huddled together in the corner, Maya, the oldest at 12, was frantically signing to her 2 younger brothers while they clutched a single backpack between them. The social worker whispered they'd been separated from 4 other siblings just days before. Maya had been translating everything for 8-year-old Eli, who hadn't spoken a word since entering the system 6 months ago. Little David, barely 5, kept touching his throat and making small sounds, like he was testing if his voice still worked. They'd developed their own secret language of gestures and looks that no adult could break into. That first night at our house, I found all 3 of them sleeping in Maya's twin bed, arms wrapped around each other like they were afraid someone might take them away in the dark. When I tried to move the boys to their own beds, Maya's eyes shot open with pure terror. "Please," she whispered, "we stay together." The weekend visit was supposed to be just Maya, but she refused to come without her brothers. "They don't eat if I'm not there," she explained, her 12-year-old face carrying the weight of a mother's worry. The social worker reluctantly agreed to bring all 3, warning us it might be overwhelming. Overwhelming didn't begin to cover it. David had nightmares every hour, Eli hid food in his pockets, and Maya stood guard by the window, watching for cars. But something magical happened on Sunday morning when I started making pancakes. David climbed onto a chair and pointed at the mixing bowl. "Me help?" he asked in the tiniest voice. Maya started crying. "He hasn't talked to anyone else in months," she sobbed. "Only to me and Eli." That's when we knew these kids weren't going anywhere. The emergency placement turned permanent, but the real challenge came 6 weeks later. Their birth father, who'd been in prison during the removal, was getting out early. He'd found religion, completed rehab, and wanted his children back. The state scheduled a reunification hearing for the following month. Maya stopped eating. Eli went completely silent again. David started wetting the bed and asking if we were sending them away. He hurt Maya before. Eli finally whispered to me one night. That's why she learned to sign, so we could talk when he was angry. The court battle lasted 4 months. Every week brought new meetings, evaluations, and supervised visits with their father. Maya would return from these visits pale and shaky, immediately checking that her brothers were okay. "He's different now," she'd say, trying to convince herself as much as us. But the judge saw through the facade. The psychological evaluation revealed their father still had anger management issues and untreated addiction problems. The day we got custody, Maya collapsed in my arms crying. "We're really staying?" she asked over and over. "Forever and ever?" 6 months later, Maya asked if she could call me mom, not just when people asked, but all the time. Eli followed suit the next day, and David had been calling us mama and papa since month 2 anyway. They legally changed their last names to ours on their first adoption anniversary. Now Maya is 14 and translates at the local deaf community center. She wants to become a social worker to help other kids like them. Eli discovered he has an incredible singing voice and performs in the school choir. David never stops talking and asks approximately 847 questions per day. Last week, Maya brought her boyfriend over for dinner. As he left, she hugged him goodbye and said, "See you tomorrow. You should meet my other siblings too. We have 4 more adopted brothers and sisters coming for Christmas." Her confidence in claiming her place in our family still takes my breath away. Sometimes people ask why we chose adoption. Truth is, we didn't. These kids chose us.